Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're uncovering the deeply emotional and resilient journey of one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer remains as radiant and captivating as ever, despite the many trials she has faced. Her iconic laugh and unforgettable roles have endeared her to millions worldwide, making her a symbol of success and perseverance for aspiring actors. Yet, behind the glamour, Jennifer's path to happiness has been anything but smooth. Jennifer's childhood was far from a fairy tale. Raised by a critical mother, she endured emotional scars that led to a 15-year estrangement. Her highly publicized marriage to Brad Pitt left many wondering, was he really the villain, or is there more to their story? What caused her seemingly perfect marriages to crumble, and why did she struggle to become a mother? Now Jennifer Aniston is finally opening up about the secrets we've all been eager to learn. Join us as we explore the hidden side of this Hollywood icon. Don't miss this explosive reveal. Let's dive into her story together. Jennifer Joanna Aniston was born on February 11, 1969, in Sherman Oaks, California. Her parents were actors of Greek origin. Jennifer is not the only child in the family. She also has a brother John, her mother's son from her first marriage. When her father, John Aniston, had a role in the soap opera Love of Life, the family moved to New York. Jennifer calls the happiest in her childhood the years of life there. But the relationship between parents gradually began to deteriorate. Little Jennifer felt responsible for the atmosphere in the family. As the years passed, tension came between my mom and dad, and I'd do funny things to try to bring back the laughter, she recalled. I guess I've learned to make a living doing what I did to try to heal myself as a kid. Unfortunately, the couple divorced when their daughter was 9 years old. When I was about 9, I came home from a friend's party, and my dad wasn't there. Divorce happens in a lot of families, and I don't want to break out the violins. But that was that. It greatly affected Jennifer and her views on marriage. The girl did not see her father for a whole year. It also was hard to communicate with her mother, Nancy Dow. Jennifer didn't live up to her expectations, especially about looks and glamour. She was very critical of me. Because she was a model, she was gorgeous, stunning. I wasn't. She was from this world of honey, take better care of yourself, or honey, put your face on, or all of those odd sound bites that I can remember from my childhood. Her friends became her support team. Moreover, she still communicates with many of them. We always joke that we raised each other, we mothered each other, we sistered each other, we've been kids to each other. Many years later, reflecting on her relationship with her mother, Jennifer said that she understands how difficult it is to be a single mother, constantly looking for a way to earn money and support 2 children. My mom said those things because she really loved me, Aniston admitted in a recent interview. It wasn't her trying to be a bitch or knowing she would be making some deep wounds that I would then spend a lot of money to undo. She did it because that was what she grew up with. As a teenager, Jennifer managed to visit her father from time to time in Los Angeles, where he starred in the TV series Days of Our Lives. Probably those trips to the City of Angels and Parents Actors influenced her desire to try her hand at the cinema. At school, she was far from the best student. In one interview, the actress joked that there was a group of teachers, anonymous, who hate Jennifer Aniston. The only thing Jennifer enjoyed was art class. Once, her watercolor was exhibited at the Metropolitan Museum. She compensated for failures in her studies with charm and artistry. Jennifer became a member of the drama club of the Rudolf Steiner School when she was 11 years old. One of the actors who made the biggest impression on her during that period was Laurence Olivier. Jennifer Aniston began her acting career at the Public Theater in 1988. She always recalls one of her performances. The actress had a scene where she sat, looked at the audience, and said one line, which always caused laughter. One night as I'm doing it, I realize that I'm staring straight into this huge, gaping cavern that is the mouth of Al Pacino. He's sitting in the audience next to Diane Keaton, and he's really laughing. I couldn't believe it. I made Al Pacino laugh. It was one of the greatest moments I'd ever had. A moment like that can carry you for a year or two. Unfortunately, it was hard to live on just earnings from theater, so the aspiring actress had to earn extra money wherever she could. In addition, she worked as a waitress in a diner with the ironic name Jackson Hole. At the age of 20, Jen accidentally found out that she had dyslexia. It is a common learning disability of neurological origin. It makes it difficult to read, write, and generally decipher letters. That discovery was life-changing for Jen. Until then, I thought I wasn't smart. I just couldn't retain anything. Now I had this great discovery. I felt like all of my childhood trauma dyes, tragedies, dramas were explained. In the cinema world, Jennifer is not the only one who lives with this diagnosis. In our other video, we already talked about Keanu Reeves also has dyslexia. Her first film role did not even mention Aniston in the credits. Jen starred in the sci-fi adventure film Mac and Me. The following year, she was on The Howard Stern Show as a spokesperson for Nutrisystem. There were no more exciting roles in the theater, and after 2 years of work in New York, Jennifer moved to Los Angeles. In 1989, she began to appear on television, but as usual, the first projects were not particularly successful. The sitcoms Malloy and Ferris Bueller did not gain popularity. At the same time, when Ferris Bueller failed, Aniston's fleeting romance with her colleague on the series, Charlie Schletter, also ended. He played the younger brother of Jen's character. After a minor role in the television film Camp Cucamonga, Jennifer got into the 1993 horror film Leprechaun. Although the film received negative reviews at first, later, it became a cult classic. In 2014, Entertainment Weekly named Jennifer's role in Leprechaun her worst role. Jennifer is also not thrilled with her character because years later, in a relationship with Justin Theroux, she was very embarrassed when her fiancé stumbled upon this film on TV. He was flipping through the channels and he stumbled upon that, and that was our next 2 hours, much to my embarrassment. But after the release of this film, casting directors began to notice Jen more often. She appeared in a couple of TV shows, after which she got the role that made her famous worldwide. Initially, the creators of Friends wanted Jennifer to audition for the role of Monica Geller. However, after reading the script, Aniston realized that she only wanted to be Rachel Green. Coincidentally, Courtney Cox, who was also considering the role of Rachel, felt more connected to Monica after reading the script. Despite being a strong contender for the role, it was not easy for Jennifer to secure it. At the time, she was starring in the CBS series Muddling Through. Believing that Friends would change her life, Jennifer begged the NBC producers to let her participate. They allowed her to film the pilot without knowing if she would remain, as she was still committed to muddling through. NBC strategically aired a Danielle Steele movie against her show, causing its ratings to drop and securing her place in Friends. The actors of Friends did not share the fans' enthusiasm for the show's intro. When the main cast was confirmed, director Jimmy Burrows took them to Las Vegas, giving them a taste of what was to come and advising them to support each other. They dined at Spago in Caesar's Palace, symbolically returning there 6 years later to film Rachel and Ross's wedding. Friends premiered in 1994 to good reviews and solid ratings, quickly making the cast famous. The simple premise of showing young friends living in New York resonated with audiences. Jennifer recalls the moment she realized their fame, being recognized in a drugstore despite trying to remain incognito. Rachel Green's hairstyle became iconic, though Jennifer herself did not favor it. The sudden fame was challenging, with constant media attention on her personal life. Jennifer's relationship with her mother helped her cope. She vowed never to display public outbursts like her mother did. Their relationship deteriorated, especially after Nancy Dow published a memoir in 1999, leading to a 15-year estrangement. The success of Friends was due to a combination of a great idea, talented writers, and a perfectly matched cast. David Schwimmer felt a special energy from the first rehearsals, noting the rare chemistry among the 6 actors. The writers created an environment where the actors could contribute their ideas, fostering genuine friendships. Lisa Kudrow and David Schwimmer recalled the importance of bonding off-set to make the show work. The cast also united over financial matters, forming a small union. Initially paid differently, they negotiated equal pay, starting at $100,000 per episode after the 5th season and reaching $1 million per episode in the final season. This made Aniston, Kudrow, and Cox the highest-paid TV actresses at the time. Jennifer won several awards, including an Emmy and a Golden Globe, reflecting the show's and her performance's impact. Jennifer's personal life intertwined with her career. She met actor Tate Donovan on set, and their real-life relationship mirrored their on-screen romance. They dated from 1995 to 1998, with rumors of an engagement that never materialized. Beyond Friends, Jennifer sought film roles, though not all were successful. She received a Golden Raspberry nomination for She's the One and took on mainly comedic roles due to her Friends fame. Her breakthrough came with The Good Girl in 2002, shedding her girl-next-door image to portray a complex character. This role earned critical acclaim and several award nominations. In 2003, Jennifer starred in Bruce Almighty, playing the kind-hearted Grace. The film was a box office hit, despite mixed reviews. Jennifer's career continued to flourish alongside her personal life, making her one of the most recognizable and beloved actresses of her time. In 1998, her agent set her up on a blind date with none other than Brad Pitt. This encounter sparked the beginning of one of the most talked-about celebrity romances of the era. Jennifer and Brad had actually met briefly in the early 90s, but it wasn't until this blind date that sparks truly flew. They moved quickly, but waited a year before confirming they were an item. Their first public appearance as a couple was at the Emmy Awards in September 1999. A few months later, they were spotted rocking out at a Sting concert, and that's when everyone got a glimpse of the engagement ring on Jennifer's finger, a ring designed by Brad himself. Brad gushed in interviews about Jennifer, calling her the woman of his dreams. He was convinced they were meant to be together, and they quickly became one of Hollywood's most adored and glamorous power couples. In 2002, they took their partnership to a new level by launching Plan B Entertainment with producer Brad Gray. At first, they kept the company under wraps, wanting to prove they were serious filmmakers and not just actors with flashy side projects. By 2004, Plan B was thriving with films like Troy and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in the works. Despite being dubbed one of Hollywood's sexiest couples, Jennifer and Brad playfully disagreed, insisting they were just a pair of goofballs, more likely to be found in their pajamas than looking glamorous. Their wedding on July 29, 2000, was a lavish affair in Malibu, costing a cool $1 million. Even with all that money spent, there are surprisingly few photos of the actual event. Guests remember being surrounded by 50,000 flowers and a dazzling $20,000 fireworks display. Their wedding vows were lighthearted. Jennifer promised to keep Brad's favorite banana smoothie on hand, and he vowed to master the thermostat. Sadly, Jennifer didn't invite her mom to the wedding, not wanting any family drama to ruin her special day. After a dreamy honeymoon in the Seychelles, the couple settled into their swanky Beverly Hills mansion. Jennifer joked about their clashing decorating styles. He loved modern, while she was less enthusiastic. In 2001, Brad even made a fun cameo on Friends, playing a guy who couldn't stand Rachel Green. Jennifer knew deep down that the Friends magic couldn't last forever. She wanted to leave while the fans still adored them, before Rachel turned into a sad caricature of herself. Plus, she was getting that itch to tackle new roles. The show's creators eventually agreed to a shorter final season, sealing the deal for Jennifer. The last episode of Friends aired in May 2004, a bittersweet night for millions of fans glued to their TVs. Over 52 million people tuned in, making it one of the biggest television events in years. As a souvenir, each of the cast members snagged a piece of the fake sidewalk outside Central Perk. their little corner of TV history. The sitcom finale was released on May 6, 2004. In the US, it was watched by 52.5 million viewers, making it the most watched entertainment TV show since the Seinfeld finale in 1998. Each actor took home a piece of the iconic cafe when the series ended. They took a piece of the fake sidewalk outside Central Perk. There are people who say that watching Friends has saved them during a cancer diagnosis, or so many people with just so much gratitude for a little show. Aniston said years later with tears in her eyes, "We really loved each other, and we took care of each other. I don't know why it still resonates. There are no iPhones. It's just people talking to each other. Nobody talks to each other anymore." Having finished a long-term project, Jennifer wanted to take a break from filming and admitted that she was already ready for children. "The first thing I'm going to do is have a vacation. I'm going to see as much of the world as possible before I have a baby." But fate had other plans for her. On January 7, 2005, like a bolt from the blue, there was news that one of the most beautiful couples in Hollywood was breaking up. The fans were shocked and disappointed, and the media was already trumpeting that Angelina Jolie was the reason for the divorce. They met Pitt on the set of the spy drama Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The details of the break are still unknown. There is a version that the relationship between Pitt and Aniston began to deteriorate even before the film. An acquaintance with Jolie only brought Brad closer to the decision that he had been considering for a long time. Adherents of this version found out some interviews with Jen, dating back to 2003, where she casually admitted that she was not completely sure that Pitt was the love of her life, but she also said she knows they have something special. Skeptics said that Brad and Jen are too different to build a long-term relationship. Others believe it was a perfect marriage, and Pitt's meeting with Angelina spoiled everything. Moreover, even before meeting Pitt, Jolie had a reputation as a woman capable of stealing someone's boyfriend. But what really happened? What do you think is the reason for their separation? Fatal beauty Angie, or incompatibility of characters? Share your opinion in the comments. One way or another, it was very difficult for Jen. She stayed at a house in Malibu in the company of her old dog named Norman. The actress did not read the news and did not turn on the TV. Jennifer did her best to protect herself from the outside world, annoying the media and fans who were eager to delve into the dirty laundry of celebrities and find out the details of the divorce. The fans divided into those who were on Jennifer's side and those who justified Pitt and Jolie. It got to the point that T-shirts with the inscriptions Team Aniston and Team Jolie went on sale. They bought the first ones more often, with a difference of 25-1. But, to be honest, this was a little consolation for Jen. The paparazzi, whom she once called rats, literally hunted her down to capture a lonely and abandoned woman on camera. The craziest theories were in the tabloids at that time. For example, one could find an assumption that Pitt broke up with Jen because of her unwillingness to have children. Even though quite recently, in an interview, the actress announced her readiness to give birth to a child. A man divorcing would never be accused of choosing a career over children, Jennifer resented in a candid interview with Vanity Fair. That really pissed me off. I've never in my life said I didn't want to have children. I did, and I do, and I will. The women that inspire me are the ones who have careers and children. Why would I want to limit myself? I've always wanted to have children, and I would never give up that experience for a career. I want to have it all. The couple said they were parting friends, maintaining mutual respect and love. But it was not easy, since in the same 2005, pictures of Brad with Angelina and her son Maddox on the beach in Kenya appeared in magazines. And already in 2006, Jolie and Pitt announced that they were expecting a baby. The world was shocked, and I was shocked. It was extremely hurtful to Jen that he was seen with another woman so quickly after they were separated, said Andrea Bendewald, an actress who has been one of Aniston's closest friends since she was a teenager. Sessions with a psychotherapist and yoga helped Jennifer to cope with divorce. Her friends really supported the actress in hard times. My girlfriends I've had for 20 years. When things happen, the tribe gathers around and lifts you up. I've had lonely moments, sure, but I'm also enjoying being alone. There's no question it takes getting used to. I'm a partnership person, and if something happens, your instinct is to share it. But you're no longer part of a couple. I definitely miss that. It felt like she needed to learn how to walk again. She should get used to being alone again. But Jen struggled to see the glass half full. Am I lonely? Yes. Am I upset? Yes. Am I confused? Yes. Do I have my days when I've thrown a little pity party for myself? Absolutely. But I'm also doing really well, she says. I've got an unbelievable support team, and I'm a tough cookie. I believe in therapy. I think it's an incredible tool in educating the self on the self. I feel very strong. I'm really proud of how I've conducted myself. To the outside world, Jennifer Aniston's life seemed like a Hollywood fairy tale. Fame, fortune, and iconic roles in beloved sitcoms. But behind the dazzling smile and red carpet glamour, Jennifer carried a deep, unfulfilled longing. Motherhood, a role she had always envisioned for herself, seemed to slip further out of reach with each passing year. Making matters worse, she couldn't escape the relentless whispers and scrutinizing stares. Every tabloid cover screamed about baby bumps that didn't exist. Each well-meaning question from a reporter about her future family plans felt like a fresh wound. In 2016, Jennifer found the courage to break her silence. Her essay, For the Record, wasn't just a plea for privacy. It was a powerful battle cry against the relentless scrutiny and judgment women face. The way I am portrayed by the media is simply a reflection of how we see and portray women in general, she wrote, her words charged with both frustration and raw vulnerability. Years later, in a heart-wrenching interview with Allure magazine, Jennifer unveiled an even more painful layer of her story. The baby rumors, the constant speculation. She had endured it all with heartbreaking silence while desperately trying everything in her power to start a family. IVF treatments, special teas, alternative therapies. Nothing worked. It was really hard, she confessed, the sadness evident in her eyes. I would have given anything if someone had said to me, "Freeze your eggs, do yourself a favor." You just don't think about it. Despite the heartbreak, there's a quiet determination in Jennifer's voice. She refuses to be defined by this one missing piece. She's a whole person, filled with love, talent, and a lifetime of experiences. And maybe, just maybe, by bravely sharing her story, she offers hope to other women struggling with similar battles, letting them know they are not alone. Jennifer Aniston's resilience shines through, not only in her iconic roles, but also in the personal struggles she has bravely confronted. Facing numerous obstacles in her life and career, Jennifer has steadfastly upheld her optimism and determination. Her journey serves as a profound source of hope and inspiration for women everywhere facing similar challenges. If Jennifer's story has resonated with you and holds special significance, please comment with a 2 and share her story with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on more stories that inspire and entertain. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.